It was just last week, RFK Jr. told Arvon Hilliard he's not looking to take away anyone's vaccines. If he's confirmed, what could he do?
He's a lawyer, and he has a way of saying things sometimes. I'm not taking away anyone's vaccines, but what would he do as head of HHS? Well, he could do a lot. The first thing he says he's going to do is he's going to get someone to look at all the data. And the head of the transition team said on CNN the other day what that would look like is to specifically look at the data so he can show that vaccines are unsafe. That's what Lutnick said. So he has an agenda in mind, and he's been very clear about this agenda for the last 10 years, since 2015, when he started this group, Children's Health Defense, which is the world's largest anti-vaccine organization. He wants to prove that vaccines are unsafe. He believes that vaccines and pesticides are responsible for all of the world's maladies, all of the children's health maladies, from autism to asthma. And so this is his agenda, to figure out this grand conspiracy theory and get under the hood.
And to be clear, this flies in the face of what just conventional medicine tells us,
Every
right?
bit of it. Every bit of it. You know, I talked to public health officials yesterday, and my phone was ringing off the hook. And so here's what some of them say, right? Mandy Cohen, director of the CDC, called it concerning. She said she doesn't want to go backwards. She said children and adults are going to suffer or lose their lives to remind us that vaccines work. People said they were, a former director of the CDC, Richard Besser, told our colleague they were speechless. Paul Offit, who's a professor of pediatrics at the University of Pennsylvania, he told me that he was shocked, and he said, I can't believe that people knowing who he is and what he said would ever put him in a position of authority. It's like Typhoid Mary being in charge of food safety.
Wow, that's a statement right there. I have to say, on Election Day, I was in Wisconsin. I was talking to voters, and I talked to a man who had always voted for Trump. And this time around, he said, I voted for Kamala Harris. And he said it had nothing to do with Trump. He said he was worried about who Trump was thinking of bringing into his cabinet. And he specifically mentioned Elon Musk and RFK Jr. So there were voters out there who realized this was a possibility. On the flip side, you have people who are anti-vaccine. What have been some of their reactions to this pick? What are you seeing online?
Absolute elation.
Yeah.
You know, right after the election, people, again, in Robert F. Kennedy's group, Children's Health Defense, they have a morning show. They went on and they said, you know, this is the opportunity that they were looking for, that they were hoping for. Robert F. Kennedy was always a long shot candidate. He was never going to win the presidency. Every expert, every Politico said. What he could do, though, and what I warned about in my profile from 2013, was that he wanted to give his mission legitimacy. He wanted to bring legitimacy to the anti-vaccination movement, and that's exactly what's happening here.
And you are an expert in disinformation. This is a reminder, information matters.
Indeed.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.